It's tacos. Tacos. So y'all, if you ever talk to her, you'll have just get her to say tacos. She'll know who put you up to it. The party book. I love all this collage stuff, and y'all, I told her, I said, I'm too, I don't know. I can't put the collage stuff together. That's something I really want to work on. She got the bling in there for me. How cute. Little old ads, thrifty jello recipes to brighten your menus, and look at the stove. And that's about what my stove looks like. I've got an old stove. Cherry chicken pasta salad. Oh, I bet that's good. Cute. It's a pretty ribbon, too. And y'all, all this is glimmer misted. It's just beautiful. In Georgia, we have a word for sushi. It's called bait, and that's the truth. Bait. Some more chickens. Love that ribbon she's got on there. And let's see here. They set it all over tea. How pretty. She's got some of the prettiest ephemera. In fact, I told her I was going to have to figure out another way to say ephemera. We're going to call it ephemera down here, I guess. Darlene's looking at me like, huh? What are you talking about? Ate up with it. That's one of my sayings. If you're just in love with something and you can't stop thinking about it, that means you just ate up with it. So y'all know how to use it now. How cute. And she put little pearls for earrings on the tag. That is so cute. And a little copper heart charm. That makes me think of a little copper jello mold, doesn't it? I think that's actually what it's a replica of. It looks like. Let's see on the back. Vintage, revisited, get milk. How cute. This is the coolest thing. See, I wish I could do stuff like this. She says I can, but I can't put it together. Sex is good, but not as good as fresh sweet corn. Now, I don't think I said that one. I don't think I said that one, did I, Darlene? I don't know if that one came from me. I think that's a Roxy-ism right there. Mug of lunch. I think I remember seeing that in a magazine when I was a kid. And I remember these coupons. And hot dish. This is what they call, up in Minnesota, they call a casserole a hot dish. So instead of like a chicken casserole, it's a chicken hot dish. I thought that was real neat. We've compared all the different little things. Oh, God. Can y'all see that? Goat rope and corn hick. When we first started doing our videos, I was talking her into getting the camera and doing some videos so we could all see the beautiful work that she does. And she said, no. She said, I've got an accent and it sounds goofy. And I said, girl, I sound like a goat rope and corn hick. You couldn't possibly sound any worse than I do. So that's where she got that from. Too funny. Do vegetarians eat animal crackers? How cute. And look at this teeny tiny little bulldog clip. I've seen them small, but I hadn't seen them that small. That's so cute. Cute little tags. Chickens everywhere. And she's soups and stews, so there's pages in the pockets to put different recipes and stuff in. I know what I'm going to do too. I'm going to put recipes from friends in here. Fiddle farting. Oh, God. Darlene knows that one. Can y'all hear her giggling in the background? One day, Roxy called me. She said, what are you doing? I said, oh, just fiddle farting around. That just means just piddling around, not really doing anything in particular. Just fiddle farting around. So y'all know what that means now, too. There's one fancy chicken. Got some antlers on them. We don't have chickens like that down here in Georgia. They got them fancy chickens up there in Minnesota, I reckon. And this is pretty. I think that's actually metal, isn't it? No? That is pretty. And it doesn't look like it's glimmer misted, but that's pretty. Like a darn crow or a raccoon. Ooh, ah, how pretty with the shiny stuff on. How cute. Ouch, I'm good. Oh my goodness. Little photo turn to hold this closed. And I know this opens up. Yes, it does. Look at that. How cool. I love that. Thank you, darling. Love that little ball fringe there. As easy as pie. Butternut the coffee. The delicious butternut coffee. Have mercy. Of course, that's one. You better cut the pizza in 4 pieces. I'm not hungry enough to eat 6. Yogi Bear. How cute. Pies men like. 20 pies that men like best. If y'all hear that breeze outside the door, she's banished from the room while I'm doing the video because she makes me giggle. And she's outside playing with one of her toys, barking and growling. How cute. All you can eat buffet. She has some cute stamps. And I just love this ruffled ribbon and how she puts all this together. Stinking Good. Never Eat More Than You Can Lift by Miss Piggy. We've talked about dieting too, and I told her, I said, you know, and some of these diets they talk about, well, just have just a little bit of something. And the way I see it, if I can't have all I want, I don't want any at all. Martha who? Well, Martha Stewart. And I bet I know where that came from too, because remember Greg Stalker that we used to work with, he said I was a cross between Martha Stewart and Ozzy Osbourne. Because I don't quite know what he meant by that, but that's just so cute. I love the burlap. I just love everything about it. And this is one of those books, y'all, that I know I'm missing stuff, but I'm just going to have to go through it 4 or 5 times and see something new each time I look through it. I love that with the pearls and the pearl earring and pearls around her neck. And then paper clip. Oh, how cute. She sewed that on. How cute. Oh, a bunch of little tags in here. Make sure I'm getting this where you guys can see it. Kiss My Grits. Do y'all know what grits stands for? If you're not down here in the South, you might not know. Some people say, what's a grit? Well, grits stands for girls raised in the South. Forget love, I'd rather fall in chocolate. Boy, isn't that the truth. Oh, this is pretty. She's embossed that. How pretty. Real pretty fibers. She thinks it's funny the way I say fibers. I don't know. She imitates it, but I know I don't say it the way she says I say it. She says I say fibers funny. Darlene's like, how are you supposed to say it? I said like fibers. Pretty file folders.
Cute.
And there's another one of those. Ooh, flowers. Real pretty shimmery. I've just never seen those before. They're almost like they're made out of real thin metal. Very pretty. Love that. And old cookies. Cute. Oh, do a dork deed. If you do something stupid, you did a dork deed. And this says, a true friend fills a place in your heart that you never knew was empty. And there, that's me and Roxy right there. I think that's, and I think that's Roxy right there making that face. I don't make faces like that, do I, Darlene? Woo! Love how she glimmer misted the, looks like grunge board. That is so pretty. I just love how she did all this. Roxy, I absolutely love it. And Darlene, you can't have it. It's mine. But thanks, y'all, for putting up with me and watching and listening. And I think I'm going to sit down with Darlene and we're going to go through this a few more times and see what we missed. We'll see you with the next video. Bye.